Yeah, that's really how I'm feeling right now. Just to work on myself and things like that. Try to better myself as a person, as a dad, all around human being.
Yeah. Is it the fame? Is it something that you just don't like all the attention? Or
Yeah, I'm starting to shy away from the attention and things like that that come with it.
yeah, because it's like anything you do or say, it's all over the blogs. It's taken the wrong way. It's getting
Yeah,
posted.
yeah,
Like you can't even be yourself at this point.
yeah. That's a fact. Yeah, it's getting more so lame type of thing.
It's official, things have completely unraveled. The highly anticipated exhibition bout between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis has been scrapped. It's not speculation this time. The confirmation comes directly from Jake's own promotion company, Most Valuable Promotions.
Nevertheless, Gervonta, on the other hand, he says something on IG. As soon as he did, everyone thought everything was A-OK. The fight was gonna go on with Jake, but that's not the case. Instead of Gervonta giving his reaction to his canceled exhibition with Jake that he was bragging about, instead he's celebrating the death of Victor Conte. That's as low as you can get. If you was feeling bad for Gervonta, don't feel bad no more. Why would you? Why should you when he's out here celebrating the death of a person who changed his life from bad to good, from worse to better, by doing the right thing?
You could almost feel boxing Twitter collectively lose its breath. Wait, that's all? Yep. If you had tickets, you might want to start thinking about new weekend plans, because Tank won't be stepping into the Netflix ring after all. And just when things couldn't get more unpredictable, MVP is reportedly looking at huge replacement options, names like Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou, and even Terence "Bud" Crawford. They're clearly trying to turn a major letdown into a blockbuster moment fast. Let's be real, any of those fighters showing up would have the internet going wild all over again.
Yes, this is official. I received an email from Jake Paul Promotion, MVP, Most Valuable. They stated the Gervonta fight is officially off. It's canceled. It will not take place. And they're looking for a replacement, which they don't have it yet. We'll see if that's AJ, Andre Ward, Terence "Bud" Crawford, or Francis Ngannou. These names make a whole lot of sense.
Right after the Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Davis fight got called off, here comes Rolly Romero, basically the walking soundboard himself, losing it like somebody just disconnected his Wi-Fi. He didn't even wait for things to calm down. The man jumped straight online, talking about how he'd smacked Jake Paul across the face like it was some kind of team bonding drill.
I'll be ready in a week. I'll be ready to slap Jake Paul across the face in a week. Jake Paul gets knocked out cold by me, bruh. Jake Paul won't fight me, bruh. And Tank would have stopped him. Tank would have knocked him out cold. And I'm bigger and I'm stronger than Tank. Tank would have knocked him out cold.
You can tell he's been waiting all day to let that one fly. And honestly, you've got to admire Rolly's confidence. The man's claiming he could be ready to fight in a week, says he doesn't care if he's drunk, and insists Jake's terrified of him. Like, bro, the event just got called off, and Rolly's already out here cutting promos like it's WrestleMania. You almost forget he's got his own unfinished business with Ryan Garcia. His blending heartbreak, trash talk, and open MIC night energy into one wild rant.
Me and Jake fight in 2 weeks. No, and then they want to go waste their time with Ryan, right? Bro, Ryan Garcia done wasted 6 months of my life, bro. Because we're over here trying to figure out a rematch because me and him obviously had a rematch clause, and then he don't want to fight me. And then he wants to go run off and go fight Barrios and waste my time.
But that's Rolly for you, unpredictable, unfiltered, and somehow always hilarious. Even when he's heated, you couldn't script this guy if you tried. All you can do is sit back with some popcorn and watch the chaos unfold. And just when it seemed like Rolly's meltdown was the big finale, yelling about slapping Jake Paul and calling out half the boxing world, boom, Oscar de la Hoya shows up. It's like the substitute teacher walking in right as recess gets cancelled. With one swing of the legal hammer, he completely shattered the internet's dream matchup of Jake Paul versus Ryan Garcia. He dropped the one word every boxer dreads hearing after mandatory defense.
Let me just tell you why this fight is not going to happen. Ryan Garcia fights for DAZN, and Jake Paul fights on Netflix. I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line. Golden Boy has a contract with DAZN. Ryan Garcia has a contract with Golden Boy. And that's just the way it is. I mean, this is business.
You could almost hear Twitter deflate when Oscar broke it down. Ryan's tied up with Golden Boy and DAZN, while Jake signed over with Netflix. In other words, same dream, different playgrounds, and zero chance of them meeting there. And honestly, Oscar's got a point. You can't just hop from one streaming deal to another like you're skipping a YouTube ad. This isn't some fun crossover special, it's a multi-million-dollar maze with lawyers lurking around every corner.
No, Ryan Garcia's probably going to rant saying, oh, you're keeping me from making money and this and that and fighting. No, you have to go by the law, by the rules. You have a contract with DAZN. You have a contract with Golden Boy. It just doesn't happen that way. So anyway, Ryan Garcia's next fight will be announced by me, who he's fighting, and when he's fighting next.
And this is where things start heating up. Oscar wasn't just shutting down fights, he was out here dropping life lessons mid-interview. Half promoter, half disappointed dad, telling everyone Ryan needs to lock in, find a new trainer, and maybe even head up to Big Bear. Honestly, at this point, Ryan could probably use a vacation and a therapist before thinking about another camp. But underneath all that Hollywood drama, Oscar's message landed. Boxing isn't a group chat fantasy, it's a business. And love him or hate him, he's right about one thing. Ryan Garcia's next chapter is either going to be a redemption story or another viral train wreck we just can't look away from.
Loves doing, because I believe that Ryan loves to train. He loves to box. He just needs that to be in that mental state of mind that is going to be just 1,000%, in line, with boxing and fighting and world champion. That's got to be his mentality. So I believe he has it in him. We're just anxious and waiting for his return, and we'll have something ready for you in the next couple of months.
And just after Oscar de la Hoya slammed the brakes on the Jake Paul vs Tank Davis dream fight, here comes Michael Bisping, stepping in like the calm adult at a family barbecue that's completely lost control. There he is, chilling at an airport with his coffee, roasting the whole mess like he's been waiting for this moment all week. He called the idea of Jake Paul taking on Francis Ngannou absolutely insane, and honestly, it's hard to argue. You've got Tank Davis, who's about as heavy as a hotel pillow, going up against Francis Ngannou, a guy who could probably punch through a Tesla door. That's not matchmaking, that's pure chaos theory in action.
That Jake Paul might be fighting Francis Ngannou, which is just absolutely bloody ridiculous. If you know the situation, it was supposed to be boxing Gervonta Tank Davis, a man that weighs 133 pounds or 135. Regardless, it's a man that is way, way smaller than Jake Paul. So that is just ridiculous, and I've given my thoughts on that before.
You can practically see Bisping thinking, Jake, my man, pick a weight class before the multiverse implodes. And the best part? He's not hating, he's genuinely confused, just like the rest of us. It's like watching someone go from playing chess to suddenly wrestling a grizzly because they got bored of pawns. But here's the kicker. Bisping's tone shifts from "this is ridiculous" to "okay, if Jake actually does it, I'll respect it." And honestly, same here. If Jake really steps into the ring with a powerhouse like Ngannou, this stops being influencer boxing. This becomes survival mode, the kind of fight where you might want to write your will before round one.
There's no way Jake Paul fights him. If he does, hey listen, I'll be the first one to hold my hand up and say I was wrong. But I just don't think that's going to happen. Nate Diaz, yeah, I do believe that would be a possibility. People are very interested in Jake Paul. He is a phenomenon in that regard.
You can't help but chuckle imagining Jake trying to dodge a sledgehammer while Netflix XX whisper, "This is perfect for engagement." And let's be real, deep down, we'd all be watching. Not for skill, not for legacy, but because seeing Jake Paul flirt with disaster could be the wildest crossover boxing's ever seen. The kind of fight where you don't blink, not out of suspense, but to make sure Jake's still standing after every single punch.
Listen, I will say Jake Paul is definitely improving over the years. You can see the work that he's putting in, so I do respect that. Nothing but respect for anyone that steps foot in the ring, especially boxing, because it is very dangerous. And if Jake Paul wants to do that against Francis Ngannou, that'd be a gamble, and I would have to respect it. Simple as that.
And just when you thought the matchmaking chaos couldn't get any crazier, Francis Ngannou steps in, not throwing punches, but throwing pure confusion. You could practically hear him trying to solve a puzzle when Jake Paul's team called. You can imagine him thinking, wait, Gervonta Davis wants me? Did you call the right number? He was so thrown off he actually asked, who's Jake? And honestly, that might be the most unintentionally savage reaction of the year, like LeBron asking, who's Steph? On live TV.
That Francis Ngannou will step in for Gervonta Davis and fight Jake Paul.
No, there's no such of thing happening. Basically, like how can they go from like Gervonta Davis to Francis Ngannou? Like, I mean, Gervonta Davis is a fantastic boxer, but and is a one-shot knockout artist. But come on, like the weight different and everything, it makes no sense.
Jake's team really tried to go from Gervonta Davis, 135 pounds of pure dynamite, to a guy who could probably punch through walls just by sneezing. That's not a replacement, that's a full-on Marvel-style plot twist. And the best part? Francis didn't even bat an eye at the money talk. TMZ tried tossing out numbers like it was an auction, but Ngannou just stood there, calm as ever, saying, nah, this isn't about money. This is about sense. Respectfully, he called the whole idea ridiculous, and he wasn't wrong. Think about that size difference. Jake would need a NASA permit just to get in the same orbit as Ngannou. It got so wild that even Francis's own team thought it was a prank call. He wasn't impressed, he was offended, and honestly, fair. You don't invite a lion to a pillow fight and call it fair play. With calm, heavyweight level confidence, Francis shut the whole thing down. And honestly, it might be the most polite knockout we've ever witnessed outside the ring.
I mean, don't disrespect me like that. And then they even say like, they even come out after and say, and what if the number are good? He sent out some number. I'm like, it's not about the number. If it was about the number, we could have started talk. I would have tell you, I'm not just interested. It makes no sense for me. It's not my what I'm looking at. Right?
So after all the chaos, cancelled fights, viral rants, and heavyweight level confusion, one thing is obvious. The Jake Paul saga has officially become boxing's reality TV. 1 minute it's Gervonta Davis, the next it's Rolly Romero threatening slaps, then Oscar de la Hoya waving contracts, Bisping sipping his coffee in disbelief, and Ngannou politely saying, no thanks, I'm good. It's ego, drama, and pure entertainment all rolled into one giant headline. But honestly, that's why we can't look away. You never know if you're about to get a fight announcement or a teaser for the next Netflix special. Now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Jake fight this year or step back and rebuild the hype? Would you actually tune in if Jake faced Ngannou, or is that just straight up video game territory? And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We break down the chaos, one jab at a time. Catch you in the next one.